Final minute of regulation time here. Believe me, nobody's left their seat in Vallecas. Nobody. In comes the cross. And it's Luis Suarez on the far post to make it 3-2 to Barcelona. Luis Suarez has been knocking on the door. He celebrates in front of the fans. The handful of Barca fans in Vallecas go wild too.
The ball comes in, it's a left-footed cross, and what happens is, for the first time in absolutely ages, Rayo Vallecano go completely asleep. Luis Suarez is awake, the ball is good. The keeper has no real chance whatsoever. The over is something that can't be coped with by Rayo Vallecano. Heartbreak for them. And the Barcelona bring to this, or with the sheer determination and banks of numbers that Michel's team are putting up, will that be enough?
Piqué knocking it down to Dembélé! 2-2. Ousmane Dembélé, Gerard Piqué with the header down, and Dembélé.
You said it.
Does he silence the critics, Graham? Over to you.
I said to you that Gerard Piqué, the auxiliary striker, gets up. It's a strike that we saw Dembélé doing, I don't know what.
Against Valladolid.
Against Valladolid in the Super Cup against Sevilla to bring them back into it. But Piqué...
Again, Rayo come forward. Piqué quite happy to see that in touch, but instead he only finds Mbarba, and comes the cross off the post. Rayo make it 2-1, and that is an astonishing spell of football. What a superb finish. The fans in Vallecas go wild, as well they might. 11, almost 12 minutes into the second half. Alvaro just off the bench. Mbarba with a cross. The header onto the post, and it's finished off on the far post by the substitute.
Just as this goal was about to go in, Simon, I was at a point of saying to you, right now, it's not only about their intensity. Rayo are thoroughly outworking Barcelona in every division of the pitch. It started 5-6 minutes ago with Coutinho reaching a ball first and being outfought for it. As we look at the substitute.
Good ball indeed, and there's an option here. And Vincula puts the cross in. Clement Lenglet doesn't get it away, falls to Pozo, drives the shot. There's the equaliser for Rayo Vallecano. You could see it coming. What a finish. Marc-Andre ter Stegen just maybe getting a hand to it, but it wasn't enough. And Rayo have pulled themselves right back in the game. Jose Pozo with the goal. Graham, you have to say they deserve it. I haven't seen Barca's defence looking quite so flapped.
The centre of midfield, they're giving the ball away. This shot here is fantastic. It's not closed down. Nobody can get to it in time. Sergio Roberto doesn't get there, turns to make sure that his hands can't be a factor. Should have been a lot more worried about getting closer and blocking it. The space in the middle of the midfield, where Comesaña, I think, starts the move. There's Artur, there's Rakitic and Busquets, who are all supposed to be suffocating that central pivoty space.
Floated over the top. Jordi Alba, he's got options here. Coutinho and Suarez in the middle. Suarez, 1-0 to Barcelona. Jordi Alba, the provider of the assist. And Barcelona to the calm response of Ernesto Valverde.
But look, I pointed out that the high line means that the runner, once you find the runner, Rayo are in trouble. But at this stage, because the ball is so deep, there's time for Rayo to realise what's got to happen, and as soon as he waits, now I'm talking about minute differences, but look at the depth here. He doesn't have a first-time control. There's a chance for Rayo to say where's it's going, and they don't pick up Suarez. There's nobody, everybody's static looking. Three men and the keeper all looking at Alba. Well, it's not Alba who's going to score there. Michel will take them on Monday morning, show them the video and say, wake up. That goal, even once it reached Alba on the touchline.
Girone's playing wide. Well, the back three, I should say, as Patrick Roberts jinks through and into the area, lines up the shot, goes across the keeper. That's a wonderful stop, but it's all the way through, and Girona do have the lead. The great save from Neto fell to Pere Pons, and he converted. And this time VAR will not be needed. It was a really good save by Neto. But it was Pere Pons from the midfield who reacted the quickest. It was that loose pass from Kondogbia straight to Roberts. He skipped over the challenge of Gabriel. There's the save. And look at Pons guiding it past the two stricken Valencia defenders and into the back of the net. under Gaia and into the bottom corner. And Mestalla somewhat stunned here.
Not at the race, is already 7 points off the lead. They've got a big squad now. Is this their chance to regain the title?
Jonathan Silva lifts it in towards the back post. It's crept in. Well, out of absolutely nowhere. Leganés have equalised here, and it's Carrillo, I think, who gets the final touch. Under the crossbar. Here's Tarín. Yeah, off the crossbar, and it is Carrillo. But Tarín does ever so well. It's really difficult for Oblak. And it's bundled over by the substitute Carrillo. It's completely unmarked.
Yeah, Thomas and Felipe Luis bumping into each other.
Sergio Alvarez just directing his wall. No Betis players in that wall. It's going to be Canales up and over, and it's not a bad hit! And they're back level, and that is a wonderful, wonderful strike. Over the top of the wall, beyond the reach of Sergio Alvarez. Game of the weekend is Betis 3, Celta de Vigo 3. And there's still more to come. Canales, the 27-year-old, left-footed. Power, precision, accuracy. Look at the curl. Sergio Alvarez did everything he could to get across to that.
It was a belter of a strike, but it's going to be Antoine Griezmann who's going to strike it, and he is going to go for goal. Griezmann, oh! My goodness me! What a strike from Antoine Griezmann! Too far out, not a chance. It's an absolute stunner from the Frenchman. In La Liga, Leganés 0, Atletico 1.
Well, it's the man that caused controversy earlier in the season by suggesting that he should be, as the phrase went, sitting at the same table as Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. And as he lined up that free kick, might have even gone through his mind, if this was Ronaldo or Messi, they'd definitely go for goal here.
Getting himself bogged down on that left-hand touchline is Miguelon. Eventually the ball is put into the Levante half, flicked on by Sansoni. Here comes Pedraza. Toko Akambi is in the centre, so too Sansoni. Pedraza goes for goal! And a glorious equaliser right at the end from the home side. All that talk of where Levante have won away games so far this season disappears in an instant. What a glorious goal this is. Pedraza looked up, had no doubts where he was going with that. Oyer beaten, all ends up, and Villarreal right in the last knockings of this one have earned themselves at least a share of the spoils.